They were part of our worship community for a long time. And worship is the thing that drew them here. And this is what God showed Jason in the middle of the service last Sunday, and he sent it to me this morning. He said, I saw a very large well in the middle of the worship team. It was so big that it was all the way out to where it touched everyone who was playing in the circle. And the Lord said to me, this well is very wide and very deep. And it took many years and a lot of people to dig. And the water that is drawn from this well is drawn from praise and worship. We've heard that kind of stuff before, hey? And then the Lord said to me, there is another move of God coming here, and it will be an outpouring, but it will not look like it did before. Normally, people run to a move of God. But this will be an intimate one. It will be uncomfortable, and it will offend people's minds. So because of this, many will not press in. Sorry. But the ones who will receive a great blessing. Just like in the time of Abraham, God will establish a covenant with those who will stay faithful and press in close, even when it gets really uncomfortable for them. And then I looked around the room at everyone worshiping the Lord, and he said to me, these are the ones who will carry out this outpouring of intimate blessing. These are the ones who will press in close to worship, in spite of how many will show up or who will not. Do not look at numbers to measure this move of God. Look at the fruit. There will be way more fruit. And it will come from the ones who press into this intimacy than the ones, I can't hardly see. It will come from the ones who press into this intimacy, and then the ones who would worship from a distance, or even who would come to observe and not press in. The numbers at the church will not be a sign of this move, but rather the significant change in the region of Albany and beyond. And I also heard the Lord say supernatural birth. And the Lord reminded me of Genesis 17, where the Lord promised Abraham and Sarah a child, even in their old age. It will come as some kind of supernatural birth in the near future. And the Lord will say, stay faithful and vigilant as watchmen on the wall. Protect this great well of blessing that has been labored for all these years. This place is very significant, and the enemy knows how powerful even a small army of God's intimate worshipers are, and the impact it will make. And he will try to discourage you, but keep your eyes on what the Lord says is good in his sight and not on anything else, for he has a great reward for the ones who will be faithful to answer his call for intimacy.